Good morning, everyone. I haven't done a video in a while. I've been very, very busy working on a bunch of cases, working on dissertation stuff, trying to recruit for my study. I have been able to get some interviews, which is wonderful. So getting closer and closer to finishing that PhD. So I just wanted to touch on a couple of things this morning that I thought were actually worth making a video over. So the first thing is that recently I assisted a victim and I helped her leave an abusive situation. And it was quite abusive. And the abuse had been going on for a few years. And typically we see, escalation. And this case was pretty textbook in that way. And the victim, is in a safe place now. And I've been, talking with her, working with her, and she's doing very, very well. But it reminded me this morning as I was thinking about her situation that we often don't know how to interact with people who've come out of abusive situations. We mean well, but sometimes we say and do things that can further harm the victim. So I just wanted to do a quick video of do's and don'ts. So when you are working with a victim, and I've had extensive victimology training, but at this point, I've also had a lot of experience, about 10 years of experience with victims. So one thing you don't want to do is ask them questions about the specifics of their abuse. Now, if they start talking to you about specific things that happened to them, you just want to listen and you want to be encouraging. And you want to say things like, well, this wasn't your fault. And it wasn't right that this person did this to you. And, I'm really glad that now you're out of the situation and things are going to get much better for you from here on out. You want to say things that are encouraging and things that point them towards a successful future. You want them to know that you believe everything that they're telling you, but also that they are now no longer a victim, they are a survivor. And so in order to empower victims, it's very important that you talk to them about their positive future, that you say positive things to them, that you encourage them. And again, they need to know that you believe in them. You believe in their ability to be strong, to stay away from their abuser, and to work towards a better future. So this particular client that I worked with was an older lady. And in typical victim style, one thing she talked about a lot before she escaped her situation was her own death. So victims often have a sense of impending doom, and they don't see a future beyond their current situation. In their mind, sometimes the only way out is death, is to die. They see that they will die, sometimes out of despair, sometimes out of illness that's been perpetuated by their abuser, sometimes out of, direct physical abuse, or, this person forcing them to use drugs or things like this, or do dangerous things. They don't see a future for themselves. So again, I just want to highlight here, one of the best things you can do is, don't talk to them about the abuse. If they want to talk to you, be a good listener and, affirm them that it was not their fault, that, there was nothing they could have done to prevent it, that, they're in a better situation now. And, you just really don't want to force them to relive these traumatic events. When you're asking for details, even though we all have this morbid curiosity as human beings, when you're asking a victim of abuse for details, you're actually causing harm. You're causing them to relive the traumatic events. So if you don't have to do that, meaning you're not a police officer, you're not a DCYF worker, you're not somebody that's going to help bring their abuser to justice, you don't need to know the details. Again, if they offer them, great. That's wonderful, and listen and be kind and respectful, be a good active listener, and encourage them that, again, none of it was their fault. But just things to keep in mind. And Also, just remember that they absolutely need you to see them no longer as a victim, but as a survivor. And they need your encouragement about their bright future. So this woman that I've been working with for some time, she now sees that she has this wonderful life ahead of her. Even though she's an older lady, life's not over. There's a lot more to do. There's people to see, places to go, a whole lot of joy ahead of her. And I'm so pleased for her that she can see now that, there's more than just death. There's a whole life waiting for her beyond that abuse and beyond that abusive situation. So please empower these women, encourage these women, believe in them, and help them to see that brighter tomorrow. Thank you.